And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, all you beautiful knights, revenants, and of course, how can I forget the high elves, the dark elves, and the lizard men? You know, we'll get there. I'm not sure if I kind of like you guys at this point, but nonetheless, people, it's great to be in the Empire today. Welcome to today's video in Raid Shadow Legends, where we got this cool little Q&A that I meant to get on it. I'm only a week late, so right on time, baby. And there's one thing in particular that makes me look forward to seeing it in Raid Shadow Legends. So we're gonna talk about it today. And in case, did you guys know, Garrett, did you know this video is a Raid Shadow Legends video? No way, Arnold, no freaking way. Well, if you're a new player, make sure you use that link down below in the video description dungeon. Scan that QR code of infinite knowledge. And if you do, this is coming from the #1 Tayrel owner. Some people call me Tayrel because I have so many. You'll get Tayrel as well as Rector Draft inside of your roster to get that new account up and running. And as always, big thanks to Raid Shadow Legends for supporting the series and sponsoring it since, my gosh, how long have we been doing this? Too long, Gary. But you know, it's been a fun journey. I want to talk about this little post that we have here. So this came about a week ago, and I wanted to get around to it, of course, as the king of trippy gods, get the mobile gaming, and running other mini channels and, you know, dominating the video gaming realm. Couldn't get around to it, but you know, I'm like, today, I'm getting around to it. We had a Q&A where some content creators met up with Plarium to discuss some features for the future of Raid Shadow Legends. And you know, we've already seen some of them already being implemented with the recent update that's gonna be hitting the game. Well, there's some other stuff here that's not in the game yet, and we need to make it happen. So let's go, let's have a little chit chat. Plarium recently shared answers to some Q&A questions from a roundtable discussion. Why is it a roundtable? Why isn't it a square table, huh? With select content creators offering a glimpse into the future of Raid Shadow Legends. Topics covered including tournaments, Hydra, Chimera, and even potential fun ideas like adding emojis to live arena. I have deep, devastating, horrible experiences that I'm gonna share with emojis to live arena. In this article, oh man, I'm sure for those people, especially on the second channel, you'll be very familiar with what I'm gonna bring up here later on. In this article, we'll summarize the key points revealed for nub raids. Thoughts on these topics, be sure to watch the video link below, and I'll also leave it down below to this video right here. But let's get to the first thing: oil and extracts. I am bringing great news. I'm happy to share that oils and extracts will be getting their mixer. Yay! And if you don't know what the mixer is, I'm assuming they are talking about specifically sort of like how we have a potion mixer when you go inside the tavern, right? Right, somewhere in here. Gary, where is it? Where's the thing? Where the heck is the thing? The potion mixer thing. Hold on. It's Gary, where is the thing? Okay, you know what I'm talking about. The potion mixer, but whatever, my mind is like literally gone blank. Where the heck is it? It's somewhere, because I've mixed them. I had to mix them several times. People, let me tell you something. My mind runs a mile an hour, and for whatever reason, it's running less than a mile an hour right now, but it's not a sign. Oh, potion, yes, I found it. Sometimes you just gotta smack it a few times, the engine starts moving. We got the potion mixer here, right? I don't use this too often, but when I do, it's nice. It's convenient, so that way I don't have to wait for a dungeon to open up on a certain day. But for the most part, potions seem to be, at least for me, maybe I'm not upgrading a ton of champions enough. I mean, I'm sure maybe if you spend a lot of money, you got a lot of new champions you're trying to level up, I can see this becoming a problem. I sometimes occasionally run into an issue, especially for fusions, where I need like a lot of, for example, some of these void potions, but otherwise it's a manageable problem for me. But they're gonna be adding something like this, it seems like, for oils and extracts, which is something for me personally. I am extremely conservative with using those particular resources. So basically what I do, it's only like on a few key pieces of gear where I'll just like splash just a little bit of ascension on them. It's like, I can't afford it. No. But like, you know, for the speed boots, I'll always try to see if I can roll another speed on him. It's for the most part probably the feature I'm not using too much, just getting the ascension on the stars. So I would appreciate seeing some sort of potion mixer for that. But that's not all, folks. Let's keep on reading. Here's what we have. Let's see, and we know this has been a frequent request. Your feedback has driven the developers to analyze potential solutions. After extensive consideration and testing, they've concluded that adding the highly requested oil and extract mixer to the game is the way forward to manage expectations. We're looking at a potential release time frame in the summer. All right. It seems like an easy thing to do, right? Yeah, you know, they got probably other things going on, but it's like, you know, you already got it there. Just come on, let's get it now. Come on, let's beat the expectations. You know, you always like, you set the expectations low, exceed them, people feel good about it. Then we have this Sand Devil and Shogun tournament. The tournament's happening while there's no ETA, yet it is coming, and more information will be shared closer to its release. That wasn't a question that I would ask him, but all right, there's the answer to that. This is what I have interested. Friendly, unranked arena type battles. We haven't forgotten about this. As we mentioned before, it's a feature that both you, the community, and we would love to see in Raid. But before we move forward, we're excited to roll out live arena seasons and see how you enjoy it. Depending on how things go, unranked battles might become a reality. Now let's pause here. Let's have a bit of a chat about this. So first things first, I am the realist. We all know this. But secondly, I like doing the live arena. It's fun because maybe I'm an evil person of all my Armands in the world. It's just like I always have a hard time like find that window just getting it. Again, being the king of chippy guts, mobile gaming, all that fun stuff. But you know what I really want to see? So I do want to see, like when I first unlocked live arena many months ago, I was like, oh, I hope I can play with my friends. That was kind of my first reaction. And I was hoping to like play with my buddy mobile gamer, right? Wasn't quite that. Because Marvel Strike Force, for example, they have a way to play with your friends. I'd be fine with seeing stuff like that. I would encourage, I would like that. Just again, at the end of the day, we want to play with our friends. And the problem I think with a lot of these games, Marvel Strike Force has several ways, but there's not really tons of ways to directly play against one another. You want to beat your friends. You want to have a good time, right? Maybe set up your own private tournament at home. So having some sort of friendly, unranked thing would be great. I've been dying to see something like this for Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, even if it's unranked, just for funsies. It's again, at the end of the day, it's a game. We want to have funsies. So I'm totally on board for seeing that. However, what I really want to see so badly, I have no idea if they've ever talked about this in the past, once upon a time. What I really want to see is, if for those that play Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, if you have my other channel, Grand Arena is what I would love to see inside this game. For those that don't know what Grand Arena is, let me go take you for a little bit of a spin, a history lesson. Basically, Grand Arena, it's a game mode where there's a ranked situation to it, and the better you are, the higher you go up in the ranks. Tournament style, basically knockout tournament style. And I feel like it uses a lot of your roster. The problem with a lot of these simple arena modes, you're only using, maybe 4 characters. I guess when you do the tag team arena, you're using 3 times 4, whatever it is. So you're using maybe 12 characters, and you can reuse them again. In Grand Arena, basically you have these different zones, right? And each zone you're putting down teams, and you can't use them for offense. Even like in Siege, I can put something down on defense and I could still use it on offense, right? Here you put it on defense, well then you're not gonna have them for offense. And here you can see there's like 4. So we have, what is this, 11 teams, and this is a 5v5, right? Yeah, so that's a lot of characters you're putting down. And it really uses the breadth of your roster, and it's a fun thing from a spectacle, and also just from a strategy perspective. I feel like that's the one thing I want to see. Right, I love PvP type of game modes, and the arenas, I love arenas too, but like this, but I think we got to take it to the next level. And I would love to see some sort of Grand Arena style thing. But although I will say, unlike Galaxy Heroes, the live thing, I think it's cool. I have fun with it. My biggest issue is just getting in there, making the time, and it does take a bit to set up on both sides. It's on my to-do list, as I told you guys. I want to get up the ranks more, and it's all about squeezing into these narrow windows. And this is my sign. I got 2 hours to play it. All right, so we're gonna get some leveling going on in here and torture our opponents. So I'm happy to see this friendly unranked arena type battles, but I'm hoping we can take it further. If I could ask a question, I really would want to know if they're doing a Grand Arena style mode. For me, especially in Galaxies, I feel like they struck gold when they did that initially. They did some mess ups later on, but that's another day. You don't need to worry about that if you're playing Raid Shadow Legends. So that's for me. I would love to see that. Happy to see it, that they're bringing this to the game. Then we have Siege. We passed along all your feedback, including suggestions for more controls for clan leaders, concerns about rank boosting, and even the request for a detailed list of attacks. The developers have promised to explore possible options to further improve this game mode. I've said this for all these types of games. People often underestimate the importance of like clan leaders, people that manage these guilds, clans, legions, whatever you call them, and all these different games that they have. They're like the hidden pillars that keep these games up running. Being able to navigate all these guild type of modes where you got to navigate the Siege, for example. I will say I feel like there's probably less stress on clan leaders in this game compared to like other games like Galaxy Heroes or Marvel Strike Force. Those games have big problems of giving the tools needed to the guild leaders to make it easier. It feels like a part-time job for a lot of those people. So it's good seeing they're bringing that, because at the end of the day, I really feel like the guild leaders, clan leaders, whatever you want to call them, there's some the unsung heroes that make this game fun. It brings the family together, right, for all the clans. Then we have the Hydra. We already got some of the stuff right. As Hydra continues to be a topic of feedback, we wanted to share a few updates. The game designers are currently working on fixing Champions AI. We just talked about this the other day in an update video. Quick battles are on the way and will soon be introduced in the game. The devs have also acknowledged feedback about Hydra feeling less enjoyable. They'll be exploring ways to improve the experience moving forward. And then we have the Hydra and Chimera advanced quests. The game designers have acknowledged your concerns regarding these advanced quests and will investigate potential solutions. I'm guessing this is in reference to maybe the advanced quest where it's like, oh, make sure you do the Hydra, and maybe you've already exhausted your Hydra for the day. So my stuff should have just reset. You know, you get the 2 Demon Lord keys, which is fine and dandy. Do I have anything else here? Yeah, I don't see anything else right now. I'm guessing that that's what it's in reference to, because sometimes it says do the Chimera, you know, do the Hydra. Maybe you don't have keys. I'm guessing that's what it's about. Then the classic arena. Oh, these are going to be anything that's arena based, PvP based. My interest peaks a bit. Classic arena blind reset. Developers are open to this option, but there's no ETA yet. It requires a significant development and then rotating reset while still under review. Technical limitations currently prevent its implementation. However, the devs are actively searching for solutions. And this is the thing that I have a few thoughts on this. You know, and again, experience changes my opinion. Let's just say many moons ago, I would be down for this. And after experiencing this in another game called Marvel Snap, I have a much different opinion on it. The devs like this idea and agreed it'd be a fun addition. They plan to consider it for future updates. That's all for today. We're looking forward to your future feedback and want to thank you for being a part of our amazing community. Stay tuned for more updates. So before we kind of wrap this video here, did you guys play Marvel Snap with me on this second channel? Let me go ahead and hold on. Let me take us down memory lane. So Marvel Snap, basically, I know the things have changed over time, but basically, it's primarily PvP. It's a card game. I had a ton of fun with it. It's probably one of my favorite mobile games I actually played in the past couple years here. Well, they had emojis. They had emojis inside of the combat or the gameplay. So as you're playing a real-time opponent, people would, even though I get the spirit of emojis, it's meant to be, you know, it's supposed to be fun, cutesy. Oftentimes they can be very annoying. So Miss Marvel, it looks innocent, right? Miss Marvel looks innocent. It's nothing. It looks very inoffensive here. But if you play the game and it becomes part of the culture, people would spam this 100 times a second when they're losing or when they're trying to troll you. This meant this right here. It basically was the middle finger emoji. And then, you know, then something else becomes, it just turns into a big troll thing. So, although I will say it's funny when you're streaming, making videos, and you have someone like spamming it, trying to troll you, you know, whatever. And then you start winning, and then you start trolling them back. I don't know. I would say I'd rather have many other things in regards to PvP than emoji. So, I'll pass on this part. Although if they do it, they have to do like, you know, Death Knight doing a thumbs up. That's the only way I'm going to accept it. Here's another one. When you and your opponent emote at the same time. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's going to be all for today, my friends. I'm looking forward to I love that there's communication. There's frequent updates inside of Raid Shadow Legends. It's interesting to be around here and see things develop. And man, again, I want to see some of the stuff come, but I think there's even more to come. And if people don't play other mobile games, I think that's the biggest thing. You know, I play several Hero Collector games, and they're more or less the same, but sometimes they do something that's different, interesting, unique. And I do think that, you know, it's okay to learn from each other. And it'd be great if Raid picked up what's successful in Galaxy Heroes, just like Galaxy Heroes, maybe pick up a few notes from what makes Raid Shadow Legends successful as well. All successful games, although I think Raid Shadow Legends is killing it lately. But I digress, people. It's fun hanging out with you guys. Let me know your thoughts down below. What do you want to see? And of course, there is in the video description, in the dungeon there, we have a link to all the new starter goodies. If you're new to Raid Shadow Legends, click on the link, scan the QR code of infinite knowledge. If you want to get up and running a Tayrel, and later on, we'll be able to get you Rector Draft. That's all for today, folks. I'll catch you later. And in the meantime, until we meet again, always remember how it's great to be in the Empire today. Oh, it's great.